Hello, my name is Sam and welcome to another Sims 4 speed build. Today I'll be building a boathouse. This is the first time I've ever attempted to build a boathouse in The Sims, and I'm actually very proud of myself in how it turned out. I'd watched a few other YouTubers build a boathouse online and thought that that would be something that maybe I would like to tackle. And then after spending some time trolling through Pinterest, I found some ideas and got some inspiration. Today's boathouse is very, what do I want to say? It's a very typical boat. I'm hoping it's a very typical looking boat. I didn't do anything super fancy. I just wanted to see if I could actually tackle making a boathouse and whether or not it would look realistic. So I spent a lot of time trying to figure out how the best way to make the water part. I fiddled with the pool. I've also seen some people use the pond tool, which I could have also used, but I found the pool a little bit easier to kind of control, and it just worked for me in this case. And I think after it's done you'll kind of notice it doesn't look like a pool. I'm hoping it doesn't look like a pool. So yeah, in a lot of my builds you'll notice that I spend a lot of time outside working on the foliage. I guess foliage, working on the foliage, and in this build it is probably a good thing that I spent a lot of time outside working on like putting up trees and the rocks, because I think that those are the elements that make this boathouse more realistic, and you will see that shortly after I guess I get this kind of exterior of the boat. I thought these little circular windows on the boat definitely made it look more realistic, kind of like portholes. I also put the portholes in the bottom of the boat so that the Sims can see the water as they looked out from their bedroom and bathroom. Okay guys, I hope you're getting ready because soon I will start putting in all the rocks and the trees. So prepare yourself for a rocky... Never mind. I'm trying to make a joke and I'm not funny. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out things to say during these videos because I'm struggling a lot. I mentioned that before in one of my other videos that I don't really know what to talk about, and I still don't really know what to talk about, hence why I have decided to talk a little bit and put some music together so that you don't just hear me ramble as I'm rambling right now about rocks and trees and things that I'm doing in my video, because you can see it with your own two eyes. And hopefully, maybe, you know, I should practice or write down a script before I do these, but I feel like if I write a script down then I'm just gonna ramble on or like read it, and it's going to be so robotic and so probably just not fun to listen to. And that's why I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know if anybody has any helpful tips on how to speak through these Sims 4 builds, but I need all the tips I can get because I listen to other people on YouTube, and like they don't seem to have any issues. They're very fluent and they don't stumble and they don't say every 10 minutes, which I tend to do a lot. And it just seems so natural to them, and I want to be there right now without any of the practice. So there's my rant about speaking in YouTube videos. And I hope you didn't mind that. Just had to get that off my chest. Before, I wanted to do a very traditional boathouse, so nothing too fancy, nothing too modern, as you can tell by the decor. And I pictured, I don't know, there was a couple people that I would picture that would live in this kind of boathouse. I pictured, a single kind of older man, fisherman, who just like wants to be alone and not be bothered by anybody. But then I thought, no, I want to make this boat something that like my grandparents would live. And so I thought, I'm gonna make a family, and it's gonna be like Mary and Patrick, and they're living their retired life on their boathouse. And they have a nice little room for when their granddaughters visit. And it's very quaint and not too elaborate, like I mentioned before. And yes, so the furniture is going to be a little bit, all of the furniture is going to be a little bit kind of dated, but I think it will fit in with kind of the type of family that I think would kind of suit a boathouse lifestyle. far I have not used any custom content, so that's fun. If you're interested in this build, you can find it and download it in the Sims gallery. And if you enjoyed this build and you would like to, you could always subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And you're apparently supposed to hit the bell so that you are updated every time I come out with a video. And also, you know, a little bit of a thumbs up never hurt anybody, and it definitely does not hurt me. So that's you know, something you could also do.